club, and he is not playing this afternoon. He was dropped for the preliminary final. He misses out on the big day when every player wants to be there. And Sturt coming out. The club started in 1901, their centenary year last year. They missed the finals. This year, under Brenton Phillips, the rookie coach, they're in the grand final.
It's a great turnaround, and Brenton Phillips has done a marvellous job with them. I think Phil Carman's got to take a lot of credit for getting the club back to where it is now, into grand finals. But got a feel for Chris Threadgold. It's both a tragic and a courageous decision by the coach. Tragic in that he's the captain of the club and a great bloke and been a fantastic.
Do the rest. Tyson Hay gets a call from Hopwood, but the kick wasn't good enough. Read well by Squire. Squire, 4 goals last week. Squares it up to half forward. M.Mattner. So M.Mattner will go back and have a shot. The Breeze should carry this ball from 50, so any player worth his salt on an AFL list ought to be able to kick it from 50.
I agree with you, Michael. Plus, there was 5 targets that Squire could have hit at the top of the 50, which with a breeze like this, I thought Centrals might have just filled up a little bit deeper.
Well, Damien Squire used it to perfection. M.Mattner for the first goal of the grand final. Loads up a long, accurate left footer. Goal umpire doesn't move, and we got our first.
Out of this contest.
Still the players negate each other in the ruck. Here's Arnold trafficking the ball towards the boundary line. In the end, Sturt worked the numbers in close again. Over the top, it comes to Nelson. Nelson closes to 50. What's he going to do? Have a crack or straighten up? He goes with a hand pass off to White. White on the left leg, shapes it. White on the umpire. It could be another one for Sturt. It is. The tap down to Cooper. Little hand pass through to Weatherald. Didn't meet its mark. Now McGowan under a lot of trouble, trying to beat the tackle. And a free kick. A reward for... So a set shot from some 45 metres for Tim Weatherald. He likes it off the boot. He likes it as he goes through the goals. And Sturt has a third for the afternoon.
Goes for the long kick. Chambers just works his opponent under it. Here comes White. Lovely hands to Chambers. Chambers inside 50. Shoots a goal. The Double Blues have their 4th. It's out to 29 points.
And this has been Sturt's pattern.
Been very good, Matthew Powell early. He was good in the first quarter, just continues to mop up in the back half.
Feast, or rather French, was the target. The Fs have it. Off to Squire, peels around on the left leg, goes for White, always going out of bounds. That one just fading away, out of bounds on the full. Umpire calls play on. Geister's kick was smothered. Don't know if that was to advantage. Now Hay gets off the hand pass to Geister. Geister quickly, under pressure, puts it out on the full.
Curtis is under a cloud. Quick hands to McGowan, the tackling by Sturt.
When they lost twice, but they've never been this much under siege.
The protection of the big stand, the kick goes in from Barnaby French, and the big man. He is going overseas at the end of the month with his housemate, Dean Woosman, and he may well have a Premiership Cup to celebrate with.
Well, run away with this game.
The Centrals advantage by a 50. They kick the ball up to a contest, and away comes Sturt again. M.Mattner down on the wing, looking up forward for options. He goes inside to Curtis, or rather Cooper. Now M.Mattner again, approaches 50. He'll load it up from 50, fades it back. Wait on the goal umpire, what a kick!
I feel the vertebrae falling into place.
The Bulldogs back in the centre. Sturt relentless, just forced the ball forward. Away they go through Maloney. Maloney's long kick inside 50. Chambers
to add more than a point to their score, and they're really desperate. Healy kicks it up inside the 50, looking for a mark at the back. Thurstans just was able to overpower.
Who has been terrific so far. High ball, White in the pack. Sheedy just paddles, looks for Weatherald, goes with a handball to Atkinson. He's caught around the net. No, yes, free kick to Brody Atkinson. The gap between the two sides to 48 points. Leans back on it. Never in doubt. He's popped it through his first, and that margin pulls out to 48. Boundary throw in, must be only seconds to go. Nelson, grabs the footy, kick around the corner, he's popped it through! Goal against the Tide to the Double Blues. They move to 8-7, 55, Centrals 2-4-16. Come back in. They're under a bit of pressure now, the Double Blues. How will they handle it? Feast knocks down. Atkinson's there. Ball spills out. Kick forward. Bouncing ball. Paddle. Could it open up for the Double Blues? In goes Squire. Can he kick an important goal? chopped off. Well done by the double blues, and Maloney will take it away again.
It's opened up for Sturt on this side of the ground. Squire, if he can deliver. Whiteman's in a bit of space, and ahead of him is White on the lead. What's the kick like? Perfect. White, he'll turn inboard with his left leg. Wait on it. Here he comes, and Long looking for Chambers. Chambers 2-on-1. Chambers gets as best he can to the front. What a strong mark.
Yeah. And Paul Greiser just goes Swatala again to the lead of Slade, who can't hook it in with one hand, just waits for it to sit now. Closing in is Weatherald, and runs him out of bounds, drops the footy, free kick to T.Weatherald. That's persistence. That's indecision. High kick, looking for Chambers again. Ball spills over the back, Squire, goal! Another one to the double blues, and Damien Squire gets goal number 2. In fact, it was Arnold. Arnold runs into the footy. He's tackled by Campbell and Mattner. Ball locked in, umpire Campbell. White gives him something short. Good-looking kick. White's got it. Oh, good move by Stephen White.
Left footer. Realistically, the breeze is going nearly straight behind him.
The kick from right on 50. That's a high ball. White, he's given it a ride. He's given it a ride. It's home.
That's a fortune. Came back to Xavier Campbell. His kick was a beauty, and hooray to Edith Fears, and it doesn't make any difference because White marks it, wheels around on the left leg. His delivery out in front of Chambers.
Peaks in the square on his own.
And in the square is Feast.
Turn around.
And made no decision. He didn't turn around. Lays back on the kick. Wait on the goal umpire. And the goal umpire signals with 2 fingers, does he? Yes, it does. A goal for Sturt.
I think that's a game breaker, Neil. I think
he fights it off to Wicks. Wicks lines it up and threads it home. The double blues by 46. They're home. Make no mistake about that. Young Daniel Wicks hasn't had the best of days, but finished in grand strikes the tackle. No pressure there. Whiteman will take the mark at half-back. Has got Mattner running for him. Has a bounce. Wants to chip it in short to Nelson. He's got to go. Under pressure from James Gowans. And Ricky McGowan, I should say. Good thing Cowan's not playing today. Just have the quadrilla in. There's the siren. Sturt. Premiers in 2002. In 26 years. With a rookie coach in Brenton Phillips. They have beaten the powerful Central District and stopped them from winning 3 flags in a row.
1976, the last time Sturt had a premiership win. That was over Port Adelaide by 41 points. Dave Phillips getting the congratulations as the Double Blues celebrate their 13th premiership. Trying to get a camera in there, squeeze in before they start. Let's hear what they're singing.
I'd like to thank the Sturt Football Club. We've waited 26 years to bring this one home, and we're taking it back to Adelaide.
Photographers there into a photo, but it's just the celebration that Sturt wanted together in the middle of the ground.
It's pretty symbolic too, Neil. That's where they won the game, was in the centre of the ground, around the on-ballers. As I said, the preparation was an interrupted one, but also you expect players to play well on their biggest day, and they've been here for the last 2 years.
Soak it up, and in local football in South Australia, they know all their supporters.
And as a player, I mean, I was lucky enough to play in one back a long time ago in '93. It's the most treasured part of your life. From the time that siren goes, your football career, from the time that siren goes to when you actually go in the rooms, I think is the defining moment of what you've tried to achieve in your football career. As soon as you go in the rooms, it is not as good as what you can share with your teammates, your fans, and all the emotion bubbles over into probably a 10 or 15 minute period.
Just a question.